Welcome back to another video, you legends, and today we are going to be doing something hugely special. This may even be my favorite video we have filmed so far. We are going to be road tripping a Pagani HUAYRA BC from here at the Pagani factory up into Switzerland. We're going via Milan and we're going to really be able to spend some time with the hardcore variant of Pagani's HUAYRA. This is going to be hugely special, so a massive thank you to Pagani, of course, for letting us do this. And we're really going to be able to spend some quality time with this car and see how it is on a road trip. I mean, look, a little example, I've already found a little cubby here where I put like my charger, I put my little camera, and that's like a useful little cubby. There you go, something that on a road trip you find out. But yeah, I think we should kick it off with just a tiny bit of music. Right, we are in the BC now, straight onto the motorway, and of course I'm joined by a fellow friend from Pagani, and we're going to have an amazing drive together. I think this is going to be a great experience. You've obviously done this before.
A few times, yeah.
A few times, yeah. And
all this feels great.
Yeah. No, I'm like literally a kid in a candy shop right now. I'm so excited, and also just being able to properly get to know one of these is really nice. You know, we've been in here for a little while now, but having a look around, talking about all of the little details, it's one of the few cars that actually, the more you dig away at it, amazes you even more. You know, there's no bad surprises that I've come across, and it just the attention to detail is ridiculous. It's really comfortable so far as well. These seats are not only just like gorgeous, but also hold you in nicely and pretty comfy. We were talking about it. You know, I have a you know, kind of a bad back, so often when I'm in these cars for a long period of time, I get a really bad sore lower back, whereas I haven't been getting any of that so far. And we've been playing around with, for example, like the colors here. You can maybe see the colors of the speedo right there. You can change to different colors, and it's also the ambient lighting around the car. So we changed that now to pink, real manly color. So that's in here. Yeah, so see, you've got so many different colors. So you just click it like this. Boom. Oh yeah, there you go. You click here on the plus, and so that's gone blue now. I don't know if you guys can see. Look at that. And then if I change it, turquoise. I mean, it's so cool. I like the pink though. I think it goes with the red interior. So boom, there we are. Yeah, really cool screen here. Really easy to use. Now this is the prototype HUAYRA BC. So there are little things here and there which are ever so slightly different. But it's actually quite a nice cruiser. But this is of course the hardcore version. So it's just over 760 horsepower, 1,000 Newton meters of torque, an absolute animal. But the fact that you can drive around in it like this, be fairly comfortable, have amazing visibility around it, we're just surrounded by glass, even on top of us here, makes it such a pleasant experience to drive to the track and then be able to race around the track eventually when you get there. So far, I'm really enjoying this. Thank you for driving me in this car. It is just an epic experience. So I'll report back in a bit. We've obviously got Cole rolling with us in a beautiful Fiat 500 behind us, and whenever we stop I'll report back, but I'm just going to take some of this experience in for now, and yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. First petrol stop right here. Let me show you. This is how you open the door, and you come up like this. Now it is a V12 twin turbo, so the turbos help with the fuel consumption, but still this thing drinks to, I mean, just look at it. That is just pure art, literally beautiful. This one's got all of the, so these details you can choose whether you want them finished in like brushed aluminium, chrome or black. I think it looks really mean when it's all sort of blacked out. So for example, that's kind of got a darker finish on the Pagani logo right there, but all of it, even the surround of the daytime running lights, you see, are all blacked out, but it is just beautiful. This is our cabin that we've been in for the last sort of 2 hours, something like that. We're gonna film a little more after this. We were just chit-chatting about the company. I mean, fascinating that the last 3 people I have spoken to from Pagani have been working there for between 20 and 25 years, which I think just speaks so loudly about the firm, about the way they really do treat everyone as a family, and about how they've all grown up together in the company. You know, I haven't worked with a company that has employees that stay that long in a long time. So yeah, really, really cool. I mean, let's see, Cole's here as well. Cole, how is it to follow?
It's incredible. Like,
yeah?
You're looking from behind and it's just beautiful. Then you overtake it and you see it from the front and it's just another level.
Sure. And it sounds cool inside as well. We'll probably, when we get to Switzerland on little roads, we'll do more, but the pops and bangs are incredible.
Buongiorno. Tutto a posto?
Sì? Tutto bene?
Tutto bene.
Bravissimo. Guys, this also goes without saying before we get back into the car that this is obviously one of the most insane experiences I've had in my whole life. And I just want to thank you guys so much, because it just would never ever even be feasible for me to be in this position. You know, if it wasn't for you guys watching these videos, liking these videos, subscribing, all that jazz. But I just really hope, you know, you're able to feel like you're coming along on this adventure with me, and feel like, you know, this is something we're doing together. So I'm trying to portray it in the best, most natural way possible for you guys, so that we can go on this adventure together, because it is, after all, thanks to you guys that we're here. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to show you around some of the buttons that we've got in the cabin here, because they're A, beautiful, but 2, it's actually a really good layout. It's a really smart layout. So correct me if I'm wrong on any of these, but let's start up here. Now, we've got these really cool looking switches, which are just epic. I mean, do you know what the material is at the end there, or no? It's some sort of really cool looking glass, crystal looking material with the signs engraved into it. It's pretty cool, huh?
These are all machined from aluminum blocks.
Oh wow.
At the end you just get this little result, which is just a masterpiece in itself.
Yeah. Wow, I mean, all machined out of aluminium blocks is just ridiculous. And you got your defroster up there, fog light, hazard, which you pull out, and then door lock, obviously, and then this, wings. So look at this. This is actually, you can only use this in parked position, and it, yeah, exactly. It just sort of shows the wings, the active aero on the front and on the back. It kind of tests them to see that everything's working.
Pre-check before takeoff, basically.
Pre-check, yeah, exactly. It's like an airplane, effectively, this car. Then down here we got all of our aircon controls, which you can also do from this touch screen here. So this is all touch. But these are also machined out of aluminium. So you press them, and there's no way I can probably transmit this to the camera, but it's just such a solid quality feeling. And it really, you can tell you're touching some proper blocks of aluminium right there. So that's really cool, and really actually quite usable as well. Down here we've got our windows. So these are the window controls, which we can do boom like that, and that's how you can hear the turbos from that air intake right there. But that's a really nice touch around the middle there. Obviously your door handle, your door unlock on the right there as well.
These are pretty cool too, actually.
Oh yeah, these are the cool ones. These are the fighter jet ones that we were talking about earlier. These are just your ambient lighting, aren't they? So that ambient lighting switch is there. That is such a like classic Pagani thing, isn't it? Because you could just have like a touch thing, but to have a proper fighter jet button is so sick. And then launch.
You need some proper buttons.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's so cool. Imagine you're just sat here, want to do something, and just like bang, sorry, light, yep, no problem. And then we got the launch, which actually you have to pull out of there, and that's how you put the launch on in this car. And that is actually another really futuristic thing. I imagine when you unlock that, is pretty cool. And then we come onto the steering wheel. So the steering wheel is really futuristic. Sorry to be butting in here. But yeah, I mean, let's see. If we focus on here, we've got, so this is your driver select, let's call it. Do you have a name for it, or do you just call it?
Oh, it's just a selector for the driving mode.
Okay, yeah.
Of course, like we prefer like a sport to racing mode.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
like normal roads, you can have like a full comfort,
Full comfort, yeah.
where the gear shift is much slower and gives you just like nice comfort while you're cruising.
Yeah.
Or actually today we're soon gonna get bad weather, so we have a wet mode as well.
Which that sort of, the traction control is really present. Oh wait, I'm just going to quickly interrupt and show all of the lighting around. The pink lighting, that is so cool here in the tunnel. Anyways, yeah, so wet mode puts everything on sort of like, you know, be careful and babies you through the driving experience.
That's correct, and then you can go back to comfort. You can go on sport. You can see from the central display.
Yeah.
And then when you go racing, you go for the full race mode. They say attenzione.
Yeah, be careful. And there's like a little wiggle sign which says traction's gone a bit off. And then you can switch everything off if you really want to.
You're brave enough.
Yeah. If you've got massive balls, basically.
You know that anybody else get killed.
Yeah, exactly. And then everything is controlled through the steering wheel here. So you got your indicators, your windscreen wipers, and even your auto and manual, correct? That's what that is up
By
there.
pressing this button, correct.
Yeah, and then you can choose if you want to use the paddles or you can use the shifter down here, which is really cool. So yeah, lots of really nice little detailing. We've obviously got the little glove box here and another little cubby back there. But mainly just this visibility is one thing that really stands out to me. One nice touch as well is this rear view mirror is done in sort of the Pagani thin oval as well, which is just such a cool detail. And if you're wondering, so is the mirror here, which is also just epic. And even the sun visor is finished in such detail. I mean, it's curved to curve around the shape of the carbotanium monocoque and carbon fiber up here, which is just so epic. And now back to this beautiful lighting. Anyways, that's a little tour of the interior. You guys are now well acquainted with this interior. We are cruising on to go meet up with some other friends now, which is going to be pretty cool before we cruise into Switzerland. We're in town, guys, so I'm having to navigate around. But it's really interesting actually being in this car in town. First of all, the amount of attention it gets is just absolutely insane. And just everyone is honking, taking photos. It's actually really fascinating and just really good fun. There's like a really good atmosphere around, especially driving an Italian car in Italy. It must feel pretty surreal for you too as well, driving through town in this. Yeah, it's just so cool. And it's actually surprisingly usable. You'd think, you know, a track beast like this, but no, they've somehow, you guys have figured it out to make it usable. The visibility is great. The rearview mirrors right there are really big, really clear, and really solid, even though they're on that stem of carbon fiber. So they're really easy to see. I'm sure you guys can see the air intake behind through the mirror there. The steering apparently is really nice and usable light as well around town, you were saying, at low speed. And we got the lift, which is a button in the top left corner there, and that puts the lift up really quickly.
You can see from the central display where
it shows you there. So we're up, and then at a certain speed it lowers automatically. But the splitter, you know, it's not actually too low. We had it down most of the time and we didn't have to worry about it too much. So the front splitter is actually usable around town as well. And it's interesting, you know, now we're just across the border into Switzerland. So in these little Swiss towns in this car, and it is just fascinating to see how usable this car really is, and the visibility is a big part of that. Of course, it's quite large, this car, but you know, it doesn't hinder the experience around town at all. You've got these two massive sort of arches above the front wheels, which mean that you can actually point the front tires pretty easily, and the rear view mirrors help you with that as well. So people do move out of your way, which also makes it a lot easier because they see the car and obviously, you know, want to look at it, but from a decent distance as well. But yeah, it is a fascinating experience, and it's just so cool, guys. I feel like I'm in a dream. Switzerland. Oh my, the plots are insane. Oh wow, and the acceleration is nuts, and the sound of the turbos is just beautiful. Everyone honking, it gets so much attention. Welcome to Switzerland and welcome to views that is absolutely stunning. I'm I keep sort of looking at the view outside, then realizing that the view inside is actually just as good, if not better, and then looking back outside and it's stunning, and it's just this constant confusion on what to be staring at. What an experience this is. Look at this, guys. Well, as you've seen, we've made it to Lugano now. I've still got the BC key in my hand, and we've arrived at Kessel, which is like a legendary dealership. And also they have legendary racing teams with Ferrari, and we're going to be joined by someone from Kessel who's going to be driving a car from here. I have no idea what car yet. We will see. May not be a special car, maybe a special car. We will see. Any car is a special car, but there are also some cool cars lurking around. So when we drove in, for example, 2 TDFs just chilling back there, a red one and a yellow one. So very, very cool. But we still got an hour and a half to go until we get to our final destination, Andermatt, in the beauty that is the HUAYRA BC. I'm in. This has been a real road trip because we've had all kinds of roads. So we've had motorway, we've had traffic jam, we've had tunnels, and now we are on a gorgeous mountain pass up to the hotel where we're going. So don't know if you can tell, but this is just a beautiful hairpin here. There's obviously quite a lot of traffic going up, so we can't be bombing it. And wow, I mean, look at that. So dramatic. But yeah, it feels like a proper road trip now that we've done all these different roads. Yeah, just absolutely stunning. And I thought I couldn't be any more in love with Pagani, this car in specific, but mainly just the company. And now I'm just, yeah, assaulted with it. So, all good. Wow, 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 wow.
Hello.
I don't know what to say. Pagani, 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 Pagani.
Hey, hello.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh my god. Well, that has been a nuts day, and as if it couldn't get any more nuts when we arrive, look at all of this. Hypercars upon hypercars. I have genuinely never in my life seen anything quite like it. But today was all about the HUAYRA BC. 400 kilometers in the HUAYRA BC, a proper road trip, and it was an amazing experience. So huge thank you to Pagani, huge thank you to Cole, high five, and huge thank you to Alberto, who I was driving with today, who was so kind and gave the car a proper going. But we now know that you can road trip the hardcore version of a HUAYRA, a BC, and it was just such an experience. I mean, remember, this is a twin turbo V12, 764 horsepower, over 1,000 Newton meters of torque, and we've just done a mini road trip from Modena to Andermatt. It has been an amazing experience. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're back making a few more English videos, but I hope you were able to feel like you came along on the experience with me. We are going to be making a separate video where we're talking about all of the cars here, because they're just the most ridiculous hypercars I've ever seen, and the lineup is just crazy. So that will be coming soon too. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Ooh, that came out weird, didn't it, Cole? Hit that thumbs up button, and we'll be seeing you very soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.